Hello and welcome back to Pleasant Grove Sports Network. I apologize for the sound effect that just played. Coleman, would you like to explain that one to the people watching?
Nope.
Well, welcome back to Pleasant Grove Sports Network. I'm Boston Harding here with
Coleman Keel.
And we are here for the third and fourth place match for the Pleasant Grove Vikings going against the Fremont Silver Wolves, as the Silver Wolves ranked the second seed, while the Vikings the fifth. Vikings just losing to Woods Cross, the first seed, in a 3-0 sweep, and Fremont losing in they lost against Skyline, the third seed. I'm unsure what the score was for that one.
I believe it was another sweep.
Another 3-0 sweep. Skyline sweeping Fremont. I will double check that right now. I'm pulling up the bracket. Always gives me a giant ad at the front that I always seem to click on. As it was 3-1, Skyline beating out Fremont in a small upset, the 3 seed versus the 2nd seed. Vikings losing it to the 1st seed with a 4 seed difference. And then as Woods Cross and Skyline will play later for the championship game at 4 p.m., we will start in like 30 seconds for Pleasant Grove and Skyline.
Fremont.
Or not Skyline, Fremont. I was talking about Skyline a second ago. As we are now underway, I would like to introduce the Silver Wolves. They are 28-3 overall, 12-0 in region, 15th ranked in the state. As I apologize, could not see who got the starting serve. It was Fremont, unsure which player though, as Addie Beck hits one flying back off the hands of the libero. I believe it was number 6 with the serve, being Taylor Weber, a junior, as Addie Beck will have the first serve for the Vikings, starting out well with a 1-0 lead, taking the first point. McCandless to Molly, a decently hard hit, but Fremont cannot make it back over the net. Molly there to block as well. Makes it 2-0 towards the Vikings.
Good, solid start for the Vikings. Addie Beck on the line, starting out serving as she has all tournament. Clearly not wanting the Woods Cross loss to affect them coming into this game. At this point, third is as best as it can get for both of these teams.
Addie Beck back to serve, barely clears the net, back in one. McCandless to Lexi Brown, gets a good hit, finds the floor just past Brooklyn Smedley, okay. That one was a little confusing. I saw that. I didn't know what to think, honestly. As Addie Beck comes back for a 5th serve, going back, still playable, brought over from Mia MacArthur, and that one brought down from a Silver Wolf. Vikings unable to get there, makes it 1-4.
That was Addie Beck's 4th serve. McCandless over to Vaya, big hit, met at the net. Silverwolves able to recover. McCandless Mitchell blocked. Point goes to the Silverwolves. Didn't quite see who was up front on the block for Fremont. Number, I believe that was 8.
3 and 8, Kylie Harper, number 3, and Marley Cook, number 8. As we were talking about that, a Pleasant Grove point happened. Molly Mitchell to serve, now 2-5. Brought over from Kylie Harper. Lexi with a weird set there, a 4-hit for the Vikings. A Silver Wolf point as they now trail by 2, 3-5. Serve brought over from the libero. No one able to get there in time. Number 5, Daphne Moyes. I almost said Moyers. Moyes with the ace, now 4-5. Serve brought over from Daphne again. McCandless to Vaya on the right side. Hard smacked. Finds the floor. A Viking point.
Watch for the Marlies up front as well as Molly Mitchell for the Vikings. They will be big in this game. Has great save from Fremont. Looked like it was dead. Managed to keep it up. Big hit. Lexi Brown for the Vikings. Fremont recovering from that as well. McCandless. Lexi again will not be denied a second time. Big spike from Lexi Brown. Vikings take the point and a 3-point lead, 7-4. Wow, that was a hard hit. Number 19, Dixie Warner back to serve for the Vikings. Hits the top of the net and falls on the Fremont side. Silverwolves recover. Big hit went right at Dixie Warner. Couldn't really get it to go up. Point goes to the Silverwolves. Makes it 5-7.
Also for 6A happening right below the Vikings. Skyridge having a great game against Syracuse right now. As the serve from number 2, Mia MacArthur, finds an ace. Makes it 7-6, still in favor of the Vikings. Tips off the net. Quick hit to Tatum Nelson out of Marley McCandless' set. Finds the floor. Vikings have a 2-point lead. As I believe that is, yes, Lexi Brown at the serving line. A great dig from the libero. Brought over from the Silverwolves. McCandless to Addie. Goes to the back line. Recovered by Surage. I believe her last name was. That one fired back and ends out with a Vikings point. Surage, I think. Olivia Surage, number 14. That is, as that was called I believe a tip, actually. It became a Silverwolves point. Addie Beck on the left side. Hard smack. Recovered by the libero.
Dump over Marley McCandless. Point goes to the Vikings as Skyridge gets the last point against Syracuse. Takes the semifinal 25-21, winning 3-1 in sets. The gentleman's sweep for the Falcons? Yeah.
Yes.
The Falcons. They will be in the final playing Corner Canyon later today.
Who did sweep Mountain Ridge. They dominated that game.
And as we were speaking, Fremont hit it out. Viking point. Caitlin Stadler to serve.
On the left side, gets denied from Addie Beck. Tries the right side. Caitlin Stadler's there with the dig. McCandless to Addie. Hard hit. Stays in on the right edge. Vikings are up by 4.
Vikings clearly bouncing back from the Woods Cross defeat. This looking much more like the team we've seen all year.
Addie Beck brings it over. Hard hit at the libero, Daphne Moyes, as that one stays in on that back left corner, makes it 8-11. As number 32, Maya Jensen comes to serve. Molly Mitchell on a little mishap on the hit. That one flies back from the Silver Wolves and out of bounds for a Vikings point, as they still lead by 4, 8-12. I have been.
We've been adding
Wow.
the point to the wrong section.
I didn't even realize.
On our
Thank
scoreboard.
Thank you for pointing that out, Coleman. I would never have noticed, honestly.
Fremont was not up 8-0. This would be quite impressive to still be playing at that deficit for the Vikings.
Silver Wolves come back to serve. Can't see what number of player that is. McCandless Tavaya on the right side gets tipped off of Daphne Moyes. The libero finds the floor after now still a 4-point game, 13-9 in the first set. Addie Beck, number 12, a senior, coming to serve for the Vikings. Roughly received by Daphne, brought over from the Silver Wolves. McCandless to Molly, quick hit, stays alive. Brought over Caitlin. Caitlin is there, brings it back in one on the left side. Hard hits, is out of bounds, out of bounds for a Pleasant Grove point. Makes it 14-9 after number 14, Olivia Surage, fires that one outside on the right, as I believe the Silver Wolves will take their first timeout, trying to break up some Viking momentum here as we head into around the middle stages of the first set. Coming back from the timeout, Vikings with the serve, number 12, Addie Beck, as they lead by 5, 14-9. As some communicating with the referee and the scores table, holding up on the serve. As unsure what is happening currently. I believe there's a ball hit past them and went to the front desk, maybe? They did throw a volleyball out. They did just throw it to a parent. I am not sure what just happened there. Addie Beck to serve. Brought back, received by the Silver Wolves. Hit over from Olivia Surage, as that one in on the back line makes it 10-14 as the Silver Wolves break double digits. To serve Olivia Surage for the Silver Wolves. That one flies back over the net. An ace for Olivia now 11-14.
Silver Wolves finding a way to fight back into this one. Clearly whatever they said during the timeout worked. Marley via big hit, met at the net and out. Vikings get the point, makes it 11-15.
Molly Mitchell, number 7, to serve for the Vikings. Pushed over, received, brought back in 1. McCandless to Lexi on the left side, stays in on the edge. Vikings point after a hard smack. She gets the kill. Molly Mitchell back to serve, brought over, harshly received, stays over, brought in 2. Tatum was there to bring it back in 1, goes for the block, but hits it straight down on the Viking side. Brings another Silver Wolves point, 16-12. Brought over from Daphne Moyes. Tatum there on a quick hit over the net, now 17-12. Dixie Warner, number 19, a sophomore with the serve, received from the Silver Wolves, brought over, and Addie Beck cannot make a play on it. A hard hit there from, I believe that was Mia MacArthur, number 2, as she will also take the serve. Cannot make it over the net. Vikings in the lead by 5, 18-13. Lexi Brown with the serve, brought over, received by Daphne. On the right side, gets tipped from a couple of Vikings as
Dixie Warner back-to-back incredible saves. Hard hit from, I believe, Molly Mitchell for the Vikings.
I think that was Addie. Yeah, Addie Beck. Was it?
Yeah, that was Addie Beck.
Hard to read numbers from this far. Lexi Brown back at the serving line. Vikings in the lead by now 7 with the ace from Lexi, 20-13.
It's probably, as hard as it is to read numbers for us from here, it's probably harder to follow the ball if you're watching this, given that Mountain Ridge is warming up right in front of the court.
That's totally fair. Blocked from Tatum. Still kept alive. Quick hit from her as well. That finds a kill after getting past the defender of Olivia Surage. 21-13.
As Fremont calls their second timeout of the set, down by 8, 21-13.
As we are now back from the timeout, we apologize for the camera going out a second ago. We will keep an eye on that, try to make sure that it doesn't go out during a play. We were lucky that it happened during a timeout, but we will keep track on that, try to fix anything that pops up. Lexi Brown back to serve for the Vikings. That one cannot make it over the net. will be a Silver Wolves point, now 21-14. Vikings hold a lead of 7 as number 3, Kylie Harper, comes to serve. White tap over from Addie Beck, jumbled from Silver Wolves, but cannot be played on as Vikings take the point. They lead of 8. Caitlin Stadler with the serve, makes it over on a bit of a floater. Good diving save, hard hit there. Caitlin Stadler with the dig. Lexi Brown soars one out the back, trying to say that they tipped it, calling for it, but no one agrees. Will be a Silver Wolves point. Vikings hold a lead of 7 coming into the closing end of the first set. Serve barely makes it over, quick hit to Molly Mitchell. Still played on, great save there from Harper. McCandless to Beck on the left side, gets stuffed. Caitlin Stadler is there with the reception. Take 2, finds it on that one, gets tipped and flies back. Vikings take the point. Marley Vaya comes in for Dixie Warner, with Vikings only needing 2 more points to take the set, with Marley McCandless, number 18, to serve. Brought over, received from the Silver Wolves onto the left side from Olivia Surage. Caitlin Stadler tries to get an arm to it, but skews it. Now 23-16. Serve brought over from the Silver Wolves that lands out of bounds. Vikings point after the serve from Taylor Weber, number 6, cannot keep it or cannot stay in bounds. Addie Beck to serve for the Vikings, brought over, received on the left side by Olivia Surage as a weird jumble, big miscommunication on the Timberwolves side. The Silver Wolves side will bring a Vikings point and set. Now 25-16 as Vikings win the first one by 9. Looking good coming out of the loss against Woods Cross as we now head into the second in just about 2.5 minutes. Coming back to the second set in just a couple of seconds here. Vikings taking the first one in a 9-point win, 25-16. Looking onto the Pleasant Grove side of the court, their starting lineup coming into the second set. Number 11, Marley Vaya. Number 7, Molly Mitchell. Number 17, Lexi Brown. Number 12, Addie Beck. Number 18, Marley McCandless, as well as either number 44, Tatum Nelson, or number 13, Caitlin Stadler. As this really is the crew that we've seen all tournament long. Hardly any changes. I think, like, really the most changes we've seen is Dixie Warner coming on to serve, or later into, I believe it was Woods Cross. Yes, it was. We did see Olivia Marsh come into the game for just a second with the last couple of points. And then I think we've also seen Quincy Harvey, number 33. I'm not sure which game or when.
Late into the final set of the Wasatch game, Quincy and Olivia both came in.
As a great look there on the dump from Brooklyn Smedley?
Smedley.
You sure? Sure, Smedley.
As sure as I can be on the name of someone I haven't met.
That's fair. Serve over from Woods Cross. Hard hit there from Lexi Brown. I just realized I said Woods Cross instead of Fremont. Ties it up at 1-1 with a hard hit from Lexi. Molly Mitchell comes to serve, brought over, received from the Silver Wolves on the middle, hard hit. Molly Mitchell gets a hand to it, but falls to the ground. No play is made. Now 2-1. Serve brought over from Olivia Surage. Quick hit to Tatum. Gets stuffed, but falls on the Silver Wolves side. Makes it 2-2.
Back on the serve for the Vikings, number 19, Dixie Warner, checking in for Marley Vaya. Dixie serve received by Fremont. Hit gets over the Viking blockers. McCandless with a dump over, finds open space. Point Vikings. Makes it 3-2 in favor of the Vikings. I always hesitate on scores because I feel like whenever I say it, I end up looking right after and add a point, or look before and don't add the point, and it makes it all weird. Big hit, Caitlin Stadler there for the Vikings. Get the spike off of a Silver Wolf. Point goes to the Vikings, 4-2 on the spike. Number 17, Lexi Brown for the Vikings. Dixie to serve again. Gets it over the net. Lands in on the back corner. Great placement for the ace from Dixie. Hit right in front of the back line. Every Silver Wolf on the court thought it was going to go out. Dixie finds a way to get it to land in. Serve received awkwardly from the libero, goes over the netting on the side of the court. Another point Viking, and I believe a second ace for Dixie, at least consecutively, if not more. The reception from the libero, light hit over from the Silver Wolves. McCandless to Nelson, big hit, unable to be received by Fremont. Point goes to the Vikings, makes it 7-2. Tatum Nelson off of 1 foot, knew it immediately, and started celebrating with her team. Light hit over from Fremont, lands over the back line. Point Vikings, a nice little run. started out, I believe, down 2-1, if not tied at twos, has gone on a 7-point run to go 6 ahead of Fremont. Dixie Warner really being exceptional at serving right now. The Fremont spike met at the net. I don't think it got over. Tatum Nelson was there to block it anyway, along with Lexi Brown. Makes the Viking run 8 now. Dixie, awkward serve, doesn't get over the net. Ends the Vikings run for a moment. Fremont gets the serve down by 6, 9-3. The Fremont serve, couldn't see the number on the server. Bounces off of a Viking and out on the left border, Daphne Moyes, whatever, on the serve for Fremont. Back again, following the ace. Serve received a lot better from the Vikings this time. Marley McCandless with a big hit. Silverwolves get their diving save from Addie Beck, unable to be returned from the Vikings. Silverwolf point on a 3-0 run of their own, down by 4, 5-9. McCandless over to Brown. Big hit, almost kept up from the Silverwolves. Vikings get the point and the serve, breaking double digits at 10, up 5-10.
Lexi Brown really showing up here in the state tournament. We didn't see her a whole lot in the last couple of games, but she has been a force to reckon with in the last couple of games.
As Lexi Brown's spike does not get over the net.
As soon as I say it. As soon as I say it.
It's the announcer's jinx, Boston. Simple.
I do that a lot, apparently. There's no wood around me to knock on. As the serve from the Fremont Silverwolves cannot be kept in bounds, makes it a Vikings point, now 6-11. Caitlin Stadler, number 13, with the serve. Quick hit gets blocked from Molly Mitchell and Marley McCandless. Vikings take a 6-point lead.
Oh, that's I thought we just had a bad enough delay. Maple Mountain and Syracuse high five. I thought
Mountain Ridge, not Maple Mountain.
My bad.
Hard hit there from Addie Beck is returned, brought back and blocked from Molly Mitchell and Marley McCandless yet again. That's 2 in a row for them, 6-13. Serve from Caitlin Stadler in play. Hard hit gets tipped, returned by Caitlin McCandless to Beck. Hard hit on the back line, stays in barely. Vikings have a lead of 8. Serve from Caitlin Stadler again. Brought over, returned, cannot be returned. Actually, Caitlin picks up another ace, now 15-6. Vikings showing great dominance here in the second set. Showed it in the first as well, as that is barely saved from Fremont. Oh my goodness. A great save from Dixie Warner there. Addie Beck with a hard hit is returned from the Silverwolves. Caitlin Stadler with a reception there, brought over from McCandless on the left side. Hard hit. Stadler's not there. Kylie Harper on the Silverwolves picking up the kill and ending out their drought, now 7-15. The serve from the Silverwolves as a good hit, a great tempo hit there from Marley, from Marley McCandless to Molly Mitchell, now 7-16.
The Vikings nicknamed Marley McCandless Candy. Her and Molly Mitchell need to be nicknamed M&M. They are fantastic for the Vikings. As that hits the pole off of a Silver Wolf, Vikings get the point 17-7. I can't do math anymore.
That is a 10-point difference.
I don't know, but how much do the Vikings need to win is what I was going for.
Oh, okay. They need 8.
I'm not that.
White tap over returned from the Vikings. Addie Beck with a good hit over, still played on the right side, gets tipped from a Viking from another. McCandless tries to get a good save, goes right into Marley Vaya. Makes it 17-8. Vikings still hold a lead of 9. McCandless to Vaya, hard hit, gets tipped back over in 2. On the left side, brought over. No Viking is there after the tip off of, I believe that was McCandless. Makes it 17-9. Serve over from the Vikings, or from the Silver Wolves, sorry.
They're all wearing blue.
It's difficult sometimes. Sometimes I also just can't speak English. Molly Mitchell gets the kill for the Vikings. They take a lead of 9, 18-9. Addie Beck with the serve over, received and hits the poles after the first touch. Makes it 19-9. I'm just noticing this on the left. There's someone, you guys can't see it on the stream. There's a Mountain Ridge fan who is in armor. That's sick. The serve from Addie Beck, harshly received, brought back, still in play from the Silver Wolves. McCandless to Vi on the right side, hard hit, but out of bounds. That will bring the Silver Wolves into double digits.
Going back to the man in armor for Mountain Ridge. That is dedication to your team. The Silver Wolf serve received by the Vikings. McCandless up front to Vaya. Big hit, met at the net and out. Point Vikings. Ball goes into the Maple Mountain versus Syracuse game. I did it again. It's Mountain Ridge. Pleasant Grove played Maple Mountain yesterday.
They're similar colors, sort of.
And a close enough name.
Yeah, they both have mountain in there. Serve over from the Vikings, received, brought back, and that one tipped off of a Viking, makes it a Silver Wolf point, now 20-11.
Quick update on the game going on in front of ours. It is Mountain Ridge versus Syracuse. I believe Syracuse is up 5-3 in the third place game of the 6A tournament.
It's weird saying 6A after whole start of the season saying 5A. It's weird. That serve hit a cheerleader. Dixie Warner with the serve for the Vikings. Brought over and hit out of bounds on one, a Vikings ace after Kylie Harper slams that one out.
As into the game for the Vikings, number 33, Quincy Harvey, replaces number 44, Tatum Nelson.
As well as Olivia Marsh, number 24, coming in. Dixie Warner serve, makes it over, received by Harper, brought over from Surage. Harper with a good place hit there to lay to Marsh. Brought back over from Harper to lay to Marsh again. Hit on the right side, the left side, sorry. hit way out of bounds. Now 23-11, a 12-point lead for the Vikings.
Another substitution I don't believe we highlighted, Talay Peterson in the game for the Vikings. Have not seen her much this year.
A great place hit from one of the Silver Wolves. I believe that was number 3, Kylie Harper. That is number 9, Addie Funk. As that will make it 23-12 with the libero up to serve, as that one skewed aside from Pleasant Grove, makes it now 13-23. As Daphne Moyes back with the serve. Roughly received from Olivia Marsh. Dixie Warner to Marsh again. Received by the Silver Wolves. White tap over. Caitlin is there with the dig. Talay to Beck. Brought over. Returned from Harper. As Addie Beck cannot make the diving save. Now 23-14.
As the Syracuse Mountain Ridge rally in front of us, something to watch until I point it out. As for the Vikings, the serve receive hits a little too hard and into the pole. Vikings now up 23-15. As Daphne Moyes back to serve for the Silver Wolves. Sails up and over the back line. Vikings get the point, one away from taking the second set, up 24-15. As also in the game for the Vikings, there's been a lot of substitutions we didn't see or highlight. Number 26, Jocelyn Baird in the game on the serve for the Vikings. Silverwolf spike met at the net by Talay Peterson and Quincy Harvey. Lands on the Viking side. Point goes to the Silverwolves. Vikings up by 8, 24-16. As Olivia Marsh checks back in for Jocelyn Baird. Serve received by Caitlin Stadler. Talay over to Addie. Big hit received by the Silverwolves. Spike didn't get over the net as Talay Peterson and Quincy Harvey were there to meet it anyway. Vikings take the second set with the same score they took the first, 25-16. Now up 2-0.
As I 1000% forgot, the consolation matches only go to 2 sets. I totally forgot to bring that up or tell Coleman that before the game. I really apologize with that one. Pleasant Grove takes third place in 5A girls volleyball, taking both sets 25-16 against the Fremont Silver Wolves. A great game for the Vikings as they going through the tournament again. First match against Wasatch being 3-0 towards the Vikings. That brings them to 9-0 in total against the Wasatch Wasps, sweeping them 3 times on the season. And then second match going against the 4th seed Maple Mountain Golden Eagles. I said they were the 4th seed. Sweeping them as well, 3-0. And that is their first time sweeping Maple Mountain. Makes them 9-4 on the season against them. And then And then Vikings taking on the Woods Cross Wildcats, losing that one 0-3 in a sweep, as the Wildcats will go on to face. Who are they facing? They are facing the number 2 lead seed. I cannot speak English today.
Skyline.
The Skyline Eagles going against the Woods Cross Wildcats, the 1 and 2 seed, facing off each other in the championship. It's basically a repeat of 6A last year with Pleasant Grove and Lone Peak. And as this will end out the 5A girls volleyball season with a third place match in, what was I going to say? In the state tournament here at the UCCU Center at Utah University. Utah Valley University, there we go. UVU, as we appreciate everyone for watching. A final little thank you to everyone, as well as Vikings ending out their season without any tournament, games calling or counting towards this, I believe. But to their overall season record, they ended 19-9, 12-1 in region. As my computer just froze, that's amazing. And we're back. As they ended 13-1 in region, actually ranked 9th in the state. The overall record did count towards the state tournament, so I believe they will be 20-10 with a good season overall, as well as a third placement for state to back it up. Huge thank you to all the people watching right now, to all the people who have watched any of our streams, as well as to all of the players and their parents for coming to the game today and yesterday, coming to all 4 games, as well as to everyone that has showed up to any of the volleyball games throughout the season. It was a fun ride, and I'm not sure if there's anything left to say. Do you have anything, Coleman?
It's a weird feeling for the Vikings going second in 6A last year, moving down to 5A, and ending up finishing in what I know third, but the expectation, I know a lot of the players on the team had the expectation to win first, but this is still a great season. Mathematically, only one team a year finishes first place. So finishing top 3 is still a great accomplishment for everybody. There's a lot of bright futures for both the seniors graduating and for the young talent that got to spend this year learning behind them and finished third in state as sophomores. Like Marley McCandless and Dixie Warner now have this experience that they have from the season. So it might not have fully lived up to expectations of winning everything, but finishing third is still a fantastic accomplishment for this team.
As I believe that will do it for us. This has been a great girls volleyball season. I believe the next thing that we will stream will be in, I think, like a month or two, being boys basketball starting in December. That's just basically 1 month, as today is the 30th, basically the end of October. And we thank you again for watching Pleasant Grove Sports Network. I am Boston Harding, and I have been joined by
Coleman Keel.
We will see you next time. Thank you.